Do you know what's harder than waking up at 6 a.m.? Forgiving someone who has acted like they graduated top of their class from the school of annoying behavior. Hi everyone, welcome back to Emotional Science. Today we're talking about something we all struggle with. Why forgiveness feels impossible, and trust me, you are not alone. If forgiveness were easy, half of us wouldn't be holding grudges older than our mobile phones. Let's start with a simple truth. When someone hurts us, our brain hits save as permanent file. It stores the memory like it's some kind of VIP document. And then, every time we even think of that person, the brain opens the file and goes, "Remember this? Yes, get angry again." That's the science of emotional memory. But the interesting part? We don't just remember what happened, we remember how it made us feel. And feelings don't disappear just because someone said sorry, especially if their sorry sounded like, "Okay, fine, sorry, happy?" Forgiveness feels impossible because our brain is trying to protect us. It's like a strict security guard. "Sorry, sir, you were hurt here once, not allowed to trust again." But here's where things get funny. Sometimes we can't forgive even tiny things, like when your friend eats your fries without asking, you're smiling outside. It's okay, have it. But inside your heart, you have betrayed me. This friendship is over. Or when someone says, "I'll call you back in 5 minutes," and they call back next year. How do we forgive such crimes? But jokes apart, the real reason forgiveness is so hard is this. We think forgiving means what happened was okay, and it wasn't. We think forgiving means the person can hurt us again, and we're scared. Or we think forgiving means we're weak, but in reality, it takes more strength to let go than to hold on. Here's something most of us never realize. Forgiveness is not about saying, "You didn't hurt me." It's about saying, "You hurt me, but you no longer control me." And that shift changes everything. Another reason forgiveness feels impossible. We expect the other person to understand how much we suffered. But people rarely see the full picture. You're carrying the whole emotional luggage. They don't even know you're paying excess baggage fees. Imagine you're mentally replaying the scene daily, analyzing every word like a crime investigation. Meanwhile, the other person is out there eating ice cream peacefully. This mismatch creates anger, and anger creates resistance to forgiveness. But here's the twist. Forgiveness doesn't mean reunion. You can forgive someone and still never talk to them again. You can forgive and still keep boundaries. You can forgive and still block them on WhatsApp. Forgiveness doesn't require a friendship renewal form. Forgiveness is simply a quiet decision. I'm done carrying this weight. Because honestly, emotional grudges are like old files on your phone. They take too much storage, slow everything down, and once you delete them, you wonder, why was I keeping this for so long? Here's the weird part. We want forgiveness to feel good immediately. But the truth is, forgiveness rarely feels like a magical moment. You don't suddenly hear background music and float into peace. Most of the time, forgiveness feels uncomfortable at first, because you're choosing emotional freedom over emotional justice. And our ego hates that. But slowly, something starts shifting. You stop thinking about them. You stop creating imaginary arguments in your head. Your heart feels lighter. And you realize forgiveness was never a gift for them. It was self-care for you. Think about it. Not forgiving someone is like letting them live rent-free in your mind, and they don't even clean up after themselves. Forgiveness is simply evicting them from that mental space. So if forgiveness feels impossible to you right now, it's okay. It's normal. It's human. But remember, you don't forgive because they deserve peace. You forgive because you deserve peace. You forgive because carrying the pain is heavy, and letting go is lighter. Take your time, feel your feelings, and when you are ready, not for them, but for yourself, choose forgiveness as a step toward emotional freedom. Thanks for watching Emotional Science. If this made you think, smile, or feel understood, make sure to subscribe for more deep and relatable content.